horse of the sea, thou face of pure beauty, a true love for me. I thought you were the Kelpie.
Huh? You thought I was a dog?
No, a Kelpie. A water spirit. Celtic mythology.
Oh. Mum, come on, breakfast!
It can take on the shape of a horse or of a handsome young man.
It looks like your daughter to me.
The Kelpie, Mr. Indakis. We are not on the same wavelength at all, are we?
Mum, I've been looking all over. Where have you been?
I've been right here, dear. Doing my Tai Chi. And guess what? I saw a Kelpie. Well, at least I saw the horse bit. The handsome young man turned out to be Mr. Indakis.
Yes, Mum. You saw a fantasy creature, right? Come on, we'll be late for school.
You're not allowed horses on Cersei Island.
There wasn't a horse, PP. Not a real one.
But she just said...
She gets these weird ideas.
She won't bite. Go on, Dad.
Come on, Mum. What are you going to have?
I'll have a packet of sunflower seeds and those cream buns look delicious.
That's not a very nourishing breakfast.
Every person has their weakness, Crystal. Cream buns just happen to be mine.
My mother would like a cheese sandwich, please, on wholemeal. I'll be outside.
Crystal, listen to this. A day of mystique, enchantment and romance for any Piscean sensitive enough to tune into their biorhythms. Keep your eyes, ears and mind open. What's your star sign, PP?
He hasn't got one. Can I help you?
No, thank you, Mr. Puckering.
Must be a full moon. Brings them all out of the woodwork.
She blabbed to Hermes and Mr. Puckering and PP, but I think I plugged the leak.
Good.
Dad? What'd she say?
Well,
Dad, you didn't ask her, did you? Mrs. Mabs, wait. Dad wants to ask you a favour.
Yes, Mr. Redditch?
He needs some coaching with his English.
It would be a pleasure.
It would?
Yes, of course. We'll start today, right after school. I'm sure Mr. Leon will give you some time off.
Mum, the time.
English being his second language, he understands these things.
Your dad and my mum. No way. Not in a million light years. Do you know what it's like living with a snap?
Snap?
Sensitive new age parent and a young at heart. That's my mum's excuse for acting like a big kid all the time.
Dad thinks she's pretty cool.
You're serious about this?
I want him to be happy.
But they're so different.
There must be something they both like.
Is your dad into astrology?
No,
Palmistry, numerology?
afraid not.
Ouija boards, tea leaves?
He drinks a lot of tea.
No, tea leaves as in reading them.
Give me one good reason why I shouldn't pack my bags. One good reason.
Fishing,
Give me one good
watching
reason
telly,
why I shouldn't pack my bags.
mowing the lawn,
Kind of evidence, say a word in self-defense.
stuff
Before
around the
I find
house.
my way back home. Give me one good reason. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't pack my bags. One good reason.
You're right. It's like they're from two different planets. What did you say?
I said perfect. Your dad is just the person to bring my mum back down to earth and keep her there.
Hermes Indakis, your friend.
What is it? Hey, knock it off, fatso.
You can talk.
Hey, come on, keep still. Well, go back to sleep. Hey, don't get up. I was just getting comfortable. Oh, come on, go back to sleep.
Reporting for duty, sir.
You're late, Kowalski.
Been here all day, sir. I'm looking for you, sir.
I've been checking up on the horse.
Horse?
Clothes horse. Operation Clothes Horse. Making sure all you security men are patrolling in full uniform. You've all been a bit slack lately. What is that noise?
One of the children, sir, in the storeroom.
Infiltration. And Kowalski.
Sir!
Straighten that cap, zip up that jacket, and get some polish on those shoes! Right! You! And don't come back!
Is there a problem, Mr. Indakis?
A problem? No, of course not, Carv. Any son of Mr. Liang's is welcome. Oh, you write music?
Yeah, well, the band's got to have its own numbers for gigs.
Gigs? As in, on stage. In public.
Uh-huh.
I'm a bit of a musician myself, you know.
What do you play? The bouzouki?
Oh. Harmonica, actually. I'm a little bit out of practice, but it wouldn't take too long. Plenty of jamming sessions with you and the band, and I'd soon be in ship-shape condition for my very first gig, man.
Gee, thanks a lot, Mr. Indakis, but this is pretty contemporary stuff. A harmonica just wouldn't sound right.
A few adjustments to the score,
I don't think so.
Well, if you should change your mind, need me to audition,
I'll give you a call.
Right. Carry on.
Dad, I don't think putting Garth in a story was such a good idea. Lou Doherty uses it for her experiments.
I'm sure they'll get on quite well together.
But you know what Garth's like when he's composing. He needs his own space.
Lou won't disturb him.
I'd better go and make sure.
Delightful child.
Thank you. Oh, Garth's music's not disturbing you, I hope.
Oh, not at all. Not at all.
Just between you and me, it was disturbing his mother.
Really? I can't imagine why.
Soft assorted or toffee nougat?
For a lady, I think soft assorted.
Right.
We'll have the toffee nougat. The other box is bigger. We'll have the cherry liqueurs.
Cherry liqueurs?
Yeah, well, you don't want her to break a tooth on your first date.
Cherry liqueurs, please.
Right.
Not the cherry liqueurs.
What's wrong with cherry liqueurs?
I don't know, it just looks pretty bad.
Oh, Mr. Redditch, how lovely. Oh, my favourite. How did you know?
That was superb. I had no idea you were so musical.
Oh, yes, sir. Very musical. It's one of my favorite pieces.
How long have you been playing?
Since I was a small boy. I'm not in the same league as your son, of course, but I like to believe that I have some musical talent.
You're too modest.
Oh, perhaps if I'd had parents as understanding and supportive as you and Mrs. Liang. But it's too late now.
Too late for what?
To realize my greatest ambition. To play harmonica to the world.
It's never too late.
Hermes, in our band. Dad, are you out of your tree?
Look, he's good. He's very good. And I've promised him an audition. You say when.
What do we do now?
Sorry, guys. Guess I overdid it with the hydrochloric acid.
Guess you did. Catch you later.
Garth, wait, you've got to finish that music.
Sure, no problem. Just find me a place where I can work in peace.
Garth? Sorry.
Hey, Chris. So what'd she say?
That your dad's vocab was non-existent and his grammar was atrocious.
Is that it?
That's it. So what did your dad say?
Nothing much. But he blew up 3 potatoes in the microwave, put the dirty dishes in the fridge. So I guess he's in love.
Mum put our dirty dishes out with the garbage.
Good sign.
No, it's not. She's always doing things like that. Okay, time for plan B.
What's plan B?
Beats me. Get any good ideas, let me know.
Yesterday I told you we'd be having a maths test today. Luckily for you, I seem to have misplaced the paper.
Yes!
So instead, we're going to have an impromptu little talk on Oriental spiritualism and mysticism. And to tell us all about the secrets of the Orient, I'm calling on an expert, Sandy Liang.
Me?
Well, come on, Sandy, don't be shy.
But I don't know anything about...
Well, my ancestors were heavily into mysticism and spiritualism, I think.
I know what plan B is.
Yeah, well, if Hermes joins, I quit.
Me too.
Me 3.
PP, you're not even in the band?
Yeah, well, I quit anyway. I can't quit. What about the gigs I've got lined up? What gig? I was working on it.
I told you they wouldn't like it.
I suppose you both want to quit as well?
What if I told you how to keep Hermes out of the band?
Hey, excellent. How?
What's worth?
What do you want?
Good talk this morning.
What?
Yeah, all that stuff about feng shui and yin and yang and fortune cookies.
Ah, Sandy wouldn't know a fortune cookie from a butternut snap. Our family's never been into all that.
My mum thinks you are.
What's this got to do with the band?
I'll help you with Hermes if you help me with Mum. Deal?
Deal, I guess.
So, how soon can you audition?
Well, I don't know. It looks like a rather difficult piece.
Oh, not too difficult for an expert musician like you.
How long have I got?
2 hours?
2 hours.
Well, the band's getting together tonight. Major rehearsal. And if you're going to be in it...
2 hours?
Oh, go on, Hermes. Take some time off, get in some practice. Not that you need it.
Thank you, sir. 2 hours.
You're going to love this.
That was one of my best scores. What did you do to it?
Nothing much. Added a few extra notes. Changed the key to a B-flat minor.
But Hermes has only got 1 harmonica, and that's in C.
Exactly. Hermes couldn't get it right in 2 years, let alone 2 hours. Anyway, I've kept my end of the bargain. Now it's Sandy's turn.
Mum's been to every fortune teller this side of the black stump. She's an expert. You think this is going to fool her? I told you I didn't know anything about this stuff.
She's on her way. What are we going to do?
Well, forget about all this nonsense for a start. I said an Oriental theme. I couldn't find much Oriental stuff at home except this.
What is it?
Mahjong. It was my grandmother's. It's a game. Sort of Chinese Scrabble.
Scrabble. I said something like tarot cards.
This is all we had.
It could work, Chris. Look what's on the tiles.
Do you know what they mean?
No, but I bet your mum won't either.
Mahjong. Well, that's a game.
Sandy says they were used for fortune telling before it was ever a game.
Fascinating. I had no idea.
The circles of life. Yours and somebody else's. Somebody whose destiny is tied to yours.
What does this mean?
That is the dragon.
Yeah, I know it's the dragon, but is that bad?
No, only the red dragon is bad. This is the green dragon. It stands for growth. Spiritual growth. And, love.
Love?
Yes, it is coming to me now. The mist is clearing. I see you on the beach. There is a man. He's running towards you. He's calling your name. Madeline. Madeline. End of transmission. Oh, one other small thing. That maths test you mislaid, the 3 R's are together. You'll find it with the other 2.
Well, that was very interesting, Sandy. Tell me, if all of this were to come true, how will I know this man?
You already know him.
I do?
Yes, you just haven't recognised him for what he is. Your dark knight, your soulmate.
How will I know where to find him?
He will find you. Be patient, he's shy. He's still trying to find the right words to express his great love. But look for a man with a foreign name.
A foreign name?
And listen for the music of love.
How'd I go?
Perhaps we could hear something else. Something you're more comfortable with.
But, Dad...
Now, we must be fair about this, Garth. Go on, Hermes. No. Perhaps something a little more challenging.
Mr. Andarkis, I can see I'm making you nervous. Why don't I leave you for a moment to think about it?
Good idea, son. What about that piece you were playing yesterday?
Yesterday?
In your office?
In my office? Oh, that wasn't me.
But I heard you.
No. That was one of the world's great harmonica players. Name escapes me for the moment. Now, you were saying something else.
Now, I don't have time to give you any coaching today, but we'll make it up tomorrow, I promise. In the meantime, there's some exercises marked, and that'll be plenty to go on with.
Thank you very much. Very nice.
Mum, it's the maths test. The one you lost?
Reading and writing in English. The 3 R's belong together. Reading, writing, and arithmetic. Of course.
Looks like the mahjong tiles were right.
Right then, come on, Crystal.
Mrs. Mabs, don't you notice something different about Dad today?
Different? No.
Nothing at all?
Yes, there is something. Why, Mr. Radich, you've had a haircut, haven't you? Very smart. See you tomorrow, 4 o'clock sharp. Crystal.
I'm sorry, kids. I've given it a lot of thought, and you'll just have to manage without a harmonica player. I simply can't spare Hermes from his duties.
That's a real shame, but that's the way it goes.
Someone will have to tell him, of course.
Me?
Well, you are the manager.
Oh, no, Dad. No way.
You wanted Hermes to audition, now you tell him the deal's off.
But I...
Take responsibility for your own actions. That's what you're always telling us, right?
Did you hear that?
What?
That music.
Remind me to make an appointment to get your ears checked.
My hearing's better than yours.
That's what worries me.
Shh! Listen. Andarkis. Look for a man with a foreign name.
London, Paris, New York. Hermes Andarkis plays harmonica.
If music be the food of love, play on.
Mum, what's going on?
It's him, the Dark Knight.
Who?
Mum, you're making a huge mistake here.
I should have known. From the moment I saw you on the beach.
Mrs. Mabs, I'm a very busy man, so if you don't mind.
Come on, Mum.
In your own time, Mr. Andarkis. In your own time. I'll be waiting.
Mad as a meat axe.
It all adds up. The name, the music.
Earth to Mum. Come in, Mum. It's not Hermes.
The mahjong tiles wouldn't lie, would they, Sandy?
Lie about what?
The future. Do you read tiles too, Mr. Liang?
Read them? No.
Now, Mr. Liang, you don't have to pretend with me. Sandy told me all about how Mahjong was used to predict the future long before anyone thought about turning it into a game.
Now, let me get this straight. My daughter has been telling fortunes with Mahjong tiles.
Yes, and she's very good.
Oh, is she now?
You're the one who fed Mum all that stuff about foreign names and dark nights and music.
I'm sorry I ever let you suck me in doing that stupid fortune-telling thing. My dad chucked a real spaz. Grounded me for a week.
Hey, come on, girls.
You keep out of this, Milan.
Could you turn it down? I'm trying to write a song here.
Yeah, well, tough. It's your music that started all the trouble.
Yeah, well, at least Hermes isn't in the band.
Woohoo!
I never wanted to be in their stupid band anyway. Fame, glory, fortune. Who needs it? You appreciate good music when you hear it, don't you, my full-footed friend?
There goes your future stepfather.
Over my dead body.